Welcome to another.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Fingers crossed. This is so frustrating. Okay, so I have worked for so long to figure this out, this whole live streaming thing, because believe it or not, I mean, I consider myself somewhat technologically, I don't know if I'd say gifted, that might be pushing it, but it's it shouldn't be this difficult, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Um, so I have some interesting things to talk about. First of all, I didn't sleep, like, at all last night. Like, I literally didn't sleep. Um, Please help me out. Like, who else has heard of the Monroe Institute? So I watch, obviously, I feel like this kind of like is a no-brainer. I feel like most of us, anyone watching this right now probably is the same way, but I listen to a lot of podcasts and watch a lot of these shows. And hi everyone. This is so fun. Please interact if you're gonna watch live, then yeah, interact with me. Let's talk. This is like actually my favorite thing about doing videos or whatever is being able to interact with everyone. So please don't hesitate to chime in or join in or ask a question or comment your experiences. But so I came across this meditation thing on YouTube, and it is called, I should have written it down. It's by the Monroe Institute, Robert Monroe, and they used it apparently, I think, like, these actual recordings that I was listening to in the CIA, and I don't know if I've heard of, like, I'm just assuming that the reason the Monroe Institute sounds so familiar is because I've probably heard of it in different podcasts that I've listened to, and it just didn't click what that was referring to because I didn't know anything about it. So, anyway, I came across it, and it was, like, 3.5 hours long, this one I found, and it's Hemis ooh, that bugs me. Um, Let me look. Hemisync, Hemi sync meditation. So if you search Hemisync meditation, several will come up that are based off of this technology or this methodology for hypnosis. So basically, to my understanding, and I'm hoping that someone watching will actually like know more about it, but to my understanding, it is training you to be able to go into a meditative state on command. So it's putting you into a full body sleep while your mind is wide awake. So this is what's so interesting. Um, so I started this last night, and how it works is it's like it does a step one, and and that's maybe 10 or 15 minutes long. Okay. And then it starts over and it does that same step one with an additional step. So there's two. And then that starts completely over and it does a step one, two, and three. And then so on and so forth. At the end of, I don't know if it's by the time it gets to like the second or, where there's three or four steps. At some point, he'll be like, okay, when I count down to one, you will be fully awake, energized, wide awake, rested. Well, I started this last night, right? Well, I wasn't thinking anything of it. I listen to these things every single night when I go to sleep. I listen to these astral travel meditations. I figure one day something will happen, right? Um, it's funny that it's kind of, I don't know, it's just interesting to me that certain things I'm so motivated to do that I haven't actually had success with. I guess it just shows that I'm confident that one day Something's gonna come out of this. So, anyway, so it gets to that, and I did feel like, I'm not lying, I felt wide awake. So then I keep going and, then there's an additional step. I went through this whole thing. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm not kidding. I was wide awake. And I used to stay up till like 4 a.m. until I quit drinking. And that's another story. Maybe we'll touch on it. I don't know. But like when I didn't plan to stop drinking, I would definitely say I was an addict for sure, without question. There's no question about that. I was 100% an alcoholic. Um, I wasn't a partier. I wasn't oh, I'm going to drink and get in the car and drive person. I wasn't a bar person. I mean, there have been phases in my life where I was, but I'm talking about the last 3, 4 years. It was just a thing that I did every night. I just drank every night. Well, now where I'm going with this is like DNA upgrades and things like that. There is no other explanation that I can come up with logically for why I quit drinking, because I did not plan it. I mean, obviously, like in the spiritual awakening and the spiritual growth and these things, it's something that's in your head like, "Oh, that'd be wonderful if I didn't feel like I wanted to drink every night," but never once did I, like, actually really think even for a second about, like, actually committing and being like, "I'm gonna stop drinking." No. I woke up one day and was like, "Why do I drink? Just not going to anymore." And I literally have not drank since, haven't wanted to, I haven't been tempted, no matter how anxious I've gotten, like, that's just it's like that piece of my brain was removed. I don't know how else to explain it, like, crazy. Okay, so I have consciously wanted to get off of Adderall. That was something that I have consciously thought about for months. Um, and so I guess about like 6 or 7 weeks after I quit drinking, one day I slept really late, like till 2 p.m. And I didn't even go to bed that late, like maybe 11 or 12. So, I mean, I slept a long time, like 14 hours, maybe longer. And so I thought, well, maybe I have a jump start on getting over like withdrawals, getting off Adderall. So I literally just like cold turkey, which 3 or 4 months before that, I had cut my dose in half. So I was taking like half a pill in the morning and half in the afternoon, instead of a whole one in the morning and a whole in the afternoon. So I had already cut it in half, thank God, because I can't even imagine what it would have been like had I not done that. Because I slept for like 4 days straight, pretty much. I was sleeping like 17 to 20 hours a day for 3 or 4 days. It was wild, but it was fun. And like, I actually like really enjoyed it for the first time in my life. I was like, I want to sleep. Like, the bed felt so good. Whereas before, it was like that whole mentality of like, if I go to sleep, I'll miss something. Like, I have to know what's going on 24/7, which is just not realistic or healthy. So I really like, really pleased with I guess we'll just say like the gifts that I was given as far as what I'm going to call this a DNA upgrade, because I just I can't explain how else I was able to do this. I mean, God, obviously, but yeah, I would say those DNA upgrades came from source. So anyway, I think most people watching understand me, but if not, ask questions, comment, maybe tell me something I'm not thinking of. So I wanted to touch on that a little bit, but I also wanted to talk about the whole video that was released about the thingy. Um, I don't have a strong opinion, by the way, whether it's disinformation or not. I really don't. I feel that way about a lot of topics, actually, including flat Earth. I don't. I just don't have a strong opinion about it. Now, I don't know if it's just because I feel like honestly it really doesn't affect me because regardless of the shape of the planet, it's just not like that's not affecting my daily decisions or it's just it what difference does it make? I mean, it's interesting. I would like to know the truth for shits and gigs, I guess, but it just like, does it really matter? I don't know. All I will say about that is there are very good arguments for both sides of that coin. There are really good arguments for both sides. And if it weren't for one simple thing, I would automatically just assume that it probably is flat because everything else is a lie, right? But the only thing that prevents me from like feeling so sure is the fact that like every single reputable person that I've come across that has actually seen the earth from the cosmos or whatever you want to call it, they all say it is not flat. So I am more inclined to believe that that is just one of those things, but I don't know. I haven't seen it myself and I don't really care. So anyway, I guess what I'm doing right now, is just giving everybody a little background. Oh, hi, I'm Cristyn, by the way. A little late on that. But I would like to give everyone a little bit of a background of just like who I am, show you like how, let you see how I discern things, or I don't know, just giving y'all a little vibe update about me so you can get an idea of my personality, my perspective on things, I guess. Yeah. So I was going somewhere totally different with that. Okay. So that whole water video, the water slithery little video. I don't have like a strong opinion on whether I think that's disinformation or not. However, I know it's controversial. I know there are, there's like a whole side of the truther community that like pretty much opposes that. I just like I have the YouTube that I'm doing right now on my laptop. I'm recording on my phone and I just saw myself look down. I'm like, wow, that's real cute. Anyway, I really don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But maybe, just maybe parts of it are true and parts of it are not true. Because that's typically how, most things end up turning out. It seems like is, there are versions of the truth to things, and so why not, right? Okay, so my little theory, or possible theory, well, it's a theory, but my intuition is telling me that what if they just added that part about it being in the water? I don't know what I can and can't say. I guess we'll find out. This is a learning experience. What if they added that and it's not true, but the intention behind it is pure? Because think about it. Any of us that are involved in the truther community, we already pretty much avoid tap water like the plague. I know I do. So that video, in my opinion, wasn't intended for us. I mean, it wasn't. We didn't need anyone to scare us out of drinking tap water. We didn't need anyone to scare us out of a thingy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't intended for us. So let's think about that logically. It was intended for the sleepers, and the sleepers drink, cook with, bathe in. I mean, a lot of us don't really have a choice on that. But like the water. And the sleepers are the ones typically, generally speaking, that are more afraid of the thing, like the illness, the flu, whatever you want to call it. So the point of that video is to wake people up. It wasn't for us. It was for the sleepers. And what better way to get them to start waking up than to decalcify that? What better way to get them to actually listen when we tell them the water is not safe? Because trust me, regardless of if that was going in it or not, it is not safe. Like, period. My personal opinion. And also, I feel pretty good about saying factual. Yeah, that's factual. But you know, we got to think about this like from the other side of things. And I don't know. I think it was really genius, to be honest. Whether it was truthful or not, I think it was brilliant because step one, get their pineal gland decalcified. And from that point on, okay, maybe you won't have the fluoride stare. Okay, maybe that was the most important step for the sleepers in getting them to wake up. It makes sense. Let's start by opening your mind, expanding your awareness first. Then we can implement new ideals, new information that can be received much more effectively. I'm running with it. Yeah, I like that. So anyway, that was just a little thought that I had, and I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them, whether it's true or not. I'm pretty excited about it. I thought it was wonderful. Oh my gosh. And then my friend, I wonder if it's saved on my laptop, so I don't have to go to my phone. A friend of mine who is double whatever, that I love dearly. She's beautiful and amazing, and she thinks I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist, and that's fine. She still loves me, and I still love her. She sent me this TikTok video, and oh, here it is. Okay, I'm not playing the video or anything because it's just showing a girl texting, and then it shows like what she texts her best friend. I loved it, y'all. Okay, so it says, me texting my best friend at 6 a.m. to tell her I love her and she is beautiful, but also the government is trying to keep us dumb and sick, so she needs to grow her own vegetables. And also, I hexed her ex, and I hope she has a beautiful day. I loved that so much. And then at the bottom, it goes, I'm just kidding. I don't do hexes. That. And so I text her back and I was like, oh my gosh, it's me to you. And she goes, well, obviously it's not me to you. Anyway, it gave me like the best laugh and the biggest smile. I thought it was so cute because that's so me. That's definitely our relationship in a nutshell. And I replied back to her this long thing. I was like, by the way, like, I mean, they really are. And I know you think I'm nuts, but I'm begging you to at least, I said, they may or may not be trying to make us sick through the water, but that's not the point. The point is you need to quit drinking it regardless. And it worked, y'all, for the first time. And we've been best friends for like, since I was pregnant with my son, and he's 14. So yeah, almost 15 years. And this was the first time that she agreed to get a Berkey at that. I don't even have one of those. I have well water that's filtered 3 times. So, but I would still like to have a Berkey because sometimes the well goes dry and we have to use city water temporarily and I have to go buy a bunch of spring water and it's a big pain. But, I'm like, for the well water, like I really am. And she already uses aluminum free deodorant. So I was proud about that. But anyway, I told her, I'm like, but you have to do all the steps because it's just like when I was so like, I mean, I'm still am, but when I first began the journey of like fluoride free water and everything, I mean, from day one, I took it extremely seriously because I knew it was affecting my, or having an impact on my intuition and things like that. And I'm not okay with that. Like, no. But how significant is cutting out the fluoride in your water when you're still taking Adderall? I don't know. I mean, it's better than nothing. Yeah. But it's all of these pharmaceutical things and chemicals, period, that they are, we have all turned into pretty much. I mean, I don't know very many people that don't take any prescription drugs, but I know that I had to be, I'm a tiny human. Like I weigh under 100 pounds and I'm like 5'3" or almost 5'3". I'm like little bitty. I have tiny little bitty wrists. I have massive fat man hands, but, like I'm a little person and people are always shocked when I tell them that I had to take blood pressure medicine. I no longer have to. Yay. But, I also meditate a shit ton, which is newer for me. And that's a lot of what I really did want to come on and talk about today was it is really hard to start meditating. It really is hard. And God, like the mind over matter part alone of like just like making a point to set aside the time to actually do that. I forgot about I'm not even looking at the chat anymore, so I'm gonna pull that up. Oh yes, y'all commented. So happy. Thanks, guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all are commenting. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna read these. Yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Okay, so short story, like for real, a short story. My son's friend, and his family have been going through some really difficult times lately, and they got stuck in a situation where they needed somewhere to stay. And so of course we let them come stay with us, and I'm so happy that we are able to help them. Like that makes me so happy. At the same time, I'm used to, space and things, and there are 3 kids that and the mother that are staying with us, plus us. So it's a house full, and my own kids, I can be like, shh, I'm meditating, but I can't say that to other kids, especially they've gone through hell, and you know, I really truly am so grateful that that we were able to bring them in temporarily. But anyway, my point is that well, let's just say I've been meditating a little bit more, and I have had these like flash moments. Hang on, I really do want to read these comments first, and then I'm going to tell y'all because I want to know if anyone else knows what I'm talking about. Okay, scroll in search of answers. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. Spearsh Malonen. I'm probably saying that so wrong, but I have never done that. The mushroom comment, but I want to so bad. Like I really want to so bad. I feel like it would really help me. Like bust through some walls. You know what I mean? Like knock some walls down and open up, which I am actually I'm making progress with the meditation. So I'm pretty pumped about that, because that's like a big, then you start like wanting to meditate, like wanting to prioritize that. And I'm going to go on so much more about that. But Corey, yeah, being awake is sometimes scary, but also uplifting. Besides all our family and friends thinking we're crazy, it's really good to come to YouTube and find similar people, yeah, with the same mindset. It is like YouTube, like those are my BFFs. Not gonna lie, like for real, it's amazing to have. Yeah, yep, yeah. Adderall, man. Loved, Corey says, loved your Jason Cuvid. Cool. Which one? Okay, so I was thinking if I can, this is going pretty successfully, I'd say. I mean, just for me, like just this is really the first like real live stream that I've done. So I think it's going all right. So I was thinking if I can get it like really, do a few of these, then I'll ask Jason if maybe he would like to do a video on my channel. That would be fun. And we can all like, and I can get everybody's, like we can, prior to doing a video, because I'm pretty sure he'll do it. I can get everybody, all of y'all's like questions that you have for him, and like I don't know, maybe we can all do like a Zoom meeting and or something, or even just this is fine, and I can like take notes of everybody's questions, and then of course like when we actually do it, if he agrees to it, then everybody can chime in and ask questions there as well too. I just feel like it'll be maybe it'll be a little bit easier to like interact with everybody if it was just me and Jason and less going on. It might be a little less cluttered, or more simple to navigate that. Yeah, so I would love to hear anyone's thoughts on that. I'm so grateful. You'll have no idea how grateful I am for all of you that are here in this chat. Like there are 3 people watching and I'm ecstatic about it. It is so awkward to turn on a camera and just talk to yourself, and knowing that you're talking to yourself. It is so much more natural and fun and exciting when there are people in the chat. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like I mean that so much. Like I'm so grateful. So grateful. Okay. Bob Monroe. Yes. Oh my gosh. There's so many comments. I'm so pumped. Okay. I think our plane is flat on a way bigger object that could be round or other odd shape. Very, very possible. Yeah. I can definitely see like the globe, or not the globe, I'm sorry, the dome theory also to me would be very plausible. What is weird to me is it's like if Earth is flat though, then are all the other planets flat? I think it would be weird if like just Earth was, but maybe not. I don't know. Not real sure. I hope your Adderall wasn't time released if you were cutting. No, it was not. It was not time released, thankfully. This movie that just won't flipping in, I know, is more for the normies. This is fierce. I hope I'm saying that right. We all should be at a place of discernment and follow our intuition. Absolutely. Per the CDC website, death statistics were similar for 2020 to 19 and 18. Deuterium is what people should actually be concerned with in the water. Interesting. I need a pen. Do I have one? Because I would like to write that down so I don't forget. I'm that person. I have one. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. And I have never actually heard of that. So thank you, Blake. That's something. Deuterium? I think I'm saying that right. And don't microwave murky water, by the way. My sister Oh my god, isn't it metal? Like the actual water blew up or the Berkey? She put the Berkey in the microwave. Dang. Oh my god. Can't believe how many comments. They're just y'all are coming in strong. Okay. Yes, fluoride calcifies the pineal gland. Absolutely. Apricot seeds decalcify the pineal gland. Very cool. Oh, by the way, something else that I would really love to do while I have you all here engaging with me right now is I would love to have people on with me to chat, like just to talk. I think it would be fun. I think it would be, I don't remember who it was that said it earlier in the chat, but it's like, our family and friends for a lot of us are not awake. And so it can be very lonely. And, um, like we have our own little soul tribe family, our little tribe. And, yeah, if anyone ever wants to, hop on a Zoom with me, all I have to do is just, send you a little link and we can definitely do that. Like, I'm totally up for that. Um, am I a regular trader? Spiritual? Yes. Not so much anymore. Well, I really love your comment about the mushrooms too. That's awesome. I live in East Texas. There's a lot of cows here and pastures. Just saying. She microwaved the filtered water, not the metal, and it blew up. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Wonder why. His story up in the tree during a lightning storm. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Ooh, that would be crazy. I totally just went blank. My mind just went so blank. Um, but I know that I wanted to say something about okay, I wanted to ask y'all about or tell y'all about this meditation thing. So lately, while meditating, when you are at that level, and I actually have the chat scroll down to the bottom now, so I will see the comments. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get better at this. When you are like laying down, going to sleep, because for me, I'm a lay down meditation person, at least at this point. It's just easier for me. And that level, that space you're in, like right before you fall asleep, sometimes it's like your heart feels like, to me, it's like this specific experience. It's happened several times for me now. It feels like my heart chakra literally opens up and this flash memory comes. And I'm calling it a memory because it is 100% a memory. What's interesting is that it's so fast that as quick as I see this memory, I see this vision that's absolutely a memory, because the feeling I get when I see it makes my heart stop and like yearn for it, or like makes me feel a way about it. It's so fast though that I couldn't tell you if I was a man, a woman, a child, because they're past lifetime memories. I know they are. But they're so quick that I couldn't tell you if I was a man, woman, child, where I was, what happened. I'll see a scene, like a scene in a movie, or like a photograph almost. Like, it's so fast, and as quick as it's flashed in front of me, it's like it's gone. But the feeling I get in my heart, that like, and then it goes away. And anyone know what I'm talking about? And y'all, this is the craziest thing ever, but I'm like, ooh, I'm close. I'm close. I'm close. This meditation thing is for reals. Okay, I guess. So I'm excited. I'm very pumped. I'm hoping that hopefully it won't be too long before I like have some actual full memories. Like, even if they're brief, even if they're horrific, I have a feeling they may be. Otherwise, I feel like I would have gotten somewhere with quantum healing hypnosis. The two, how many times have I paid $400 or $500 for that? At least twice. Yeah, yeah. I saw a beautiful feline woman in one of them, and I wish I knew more, and I will eventually learn more. Oh, interesting on that. For anyone that is into starseed stuff or different races of the ETs, I've always been super drawn to Syrians and Lyrans and the feline lions in general, and cats in general my entire life. Like, flat out cannot watch The Lion King. My mom took me to see it when it was in theaters. I was hyperventilating, and I basically haven't watched a movie since. I have, but I don't watch a lot. Blake, let's do it. Spirits, let's do it. A meditative instant download. Blake, is that what you're saying it is? That heart moment? I have a Telegram, but I don't really use it. I mean, I could. Um, cool. I know who Like Queen Lisa is. I've never actually watched her on her channel. I've seen her maybe on Jean Claude and or Woo Woo Dude, or not Woo Woo Dude, Jay Snip. I think on Jean Claude. But that's very cool. I don't know what Rice TV is either. Yeah, y'all send me the good channels. Um, I am like squirrel, squirrel with everything. I'm gonna have to like get some sort of layout and notes to make sure I don't get too far off. Or I don't know. Maybe nobody cares. As long as we're talking about something interesting, whatever. But yeah, that was what somebody asked me earlier where I forgot was about trading. So I'll write that down. I'll answer that in a second. I've lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money. That was one of my lessons this year. Um, it wasn't my favorite lesson, but most of them aren't. You know, any like lesson that's like truly intended to be a lesson isn't fun. And I had to learn that I cannot depend on my financial status to I can't let that dictate my happiness. And I'm not someone that like needs to spend money all the time. I'm not at all. But how I have been in the past, and of course, I feel like this is probably just about everybody deals with this a little bit, but like if I know that I'm financially secure, literally almost nothing can bring me down. Like I'm like on top of the world, high on life, like happy go lucky. I don't have to be spending it. I just the knowing that I don't have to worry really plays a huge role in my mood. And so yeah, that was part of that. Probably wasn't the entire point of my lesson, but it wasn't fun. I lost a shit ton of money. Like I'll put it this way. I'm not a secretive person. I really don't care. I had over $200,000 in crypto last year, and that started off, my original investment in crypto was about $20,000, and it was up to over 200,000 at its highest. And now I have under $10,000 in crypto. Yeah, it's pretty nauseating. I'm to a point now, obviously, I've come a long way if I can talk about it out loud without crying. I can definitely do that, like for sure. But there was a point I could not. Like, I mean, I was sick, like sick over it. Um, but it's just a live and learn thing. And it was like it was so bad. Like I was like that, it was like it turned into gambling. And I got like, you know, when you see it go down, like drain that much, you're like, okay, So then I started shorting and long, like leverage trading, like 20x leverage trading. Oh God, yeah, I lost so much. Yeah, a lot. Don't do it. Um, yeah, it was rough, y'all. It was rough. I do have a little bit of dinar, so um, yeah. Either way, everything will work out. It'll all work out. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna read these a little bit of these comments because I'm interested. Okay, in one of my journeys, it took me through a vision and showed me I was Arturian, and my name is Ramaya. Ramaya, that's really cool. Oh, I love that. I think I think I have some Arcturian roots too. Chris Rice is amazing. Check out his work. A lot about becoming a state national. Okay, are you talking about being like a non 14th Amendment citizen? What is a state national? Um, yeah, some lessons are freaking brutal, man. That one sucked. It really sucked. Um, yeah, I've got XRP primarily. That's all that's left. I don't know, I have like a couple $1,000s worth on crypto.com of some like just random ones that I used to have a ton of V chain. I used to have a ton of a lot of stuff actually, but anyway, it is what it is. Yeah. Land and soil. Oh, okay. So I can't think of the terminology or the term for this, but like, are you talking about like when you like literally like for real own your land and it's not like just fake owning your land? Yeah. Reclaiming your straw man, becoming sovereign. Yeah. There's some interesting things. A friend of mine, he was like, I just paid off my credit card with my social security number. I was like, for real? Like it worked. And so I was going to do it a few days later. I was like, all right, I'm going to try this. And he was like, well, they ended up because it showed up at the time that it paid it off when he did it, but then it came back. And so he was looking into the next step of or going into a little deeper on how to actually go about that. I used to know a lot more about that than I do now. um yeah, the paperwork and stuff. Yeah, another friend of mine, he's really into this. He's like super active and proactive on the whole, like he's going locally here, Tyler, Texas. He has been going to the courthouse and doing the whole oh gosh, what's that called? There's a Telegram group, bonds. Shoot, I can't think of what it's called. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but where he's going after the city for like the fluoride in the water and um oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I think y'all know what I'm talking about though. There's like a whole website for it. Anyway, he's really good with like the law and I loved Jordan Maxwell's maritime law lecture was that made so many things regarding that whole topic so clear for me. Um, yeah. Okay, so something fascinating that I heard the other day, which maybe everybody else already has thought of this. Somehow I hadn't, or at least not in this way. Blew my mind. Okay, I don't know if anyone, since there's some crypto people here, Jordan is his name. I don't know his last name, but it's Waters Above Crypto. Love it, love it, love it. If you don't follow him, you'll want to because he's like, it's like a mixture of like this kind of stuff that we talk about along with crypto. And he does this one show, like, I don't know if he does it once a week or every other week or once a month, but anytime I see it live, I jump on. And it has nothing to do with crypto. He literally like refuses to talk about crypto when he does these live chats. And it's basically just like what I'm doing. He'll just talk about his thoughts and things going on and he said this. This is so wild to me that I had never thought of it. Okay, energy harvesting. That's where I'm going with this. And Adrena from Wills. um, okay, so with those two subjects, with that being said, he did a comparison of the A word, the achrome word. That's what we'll call it, achrome. A comparison of achrome and energy harvesting. So his example he used was his Bob is so loving. Yes, I'm on his Patreon. Yeah, love it. And that Matrix 22 Patreon is awesome too. Their Discord channels are fab. Those are really, both of those are like excellent Discords. So okay, it's Friday Live. Thanks. Oh, this is so fun. Y'all are like my best friends and we all watch the same stuff. I love it. Okay, so maybe you heard this comparison. So he's talking about like, okay, say, we idolize these people, whether it's a celebrity or he used a sports, whatever you call an athlete. I'm not a sports person. And said, like, think about it. We are, say you're into sports and you're going to watch a baseball game or something, and like you are giving so much energy to that player. Like when they get up to go bat, like you are giving it so much energy. And that is literally no different. I mean, it's different, but it's the same thing. It's energy harvesting, just like achrome is energy harvesting or soul harvesting. It's the same thing. Like, and that's the thing. They don't care either if it's a positive or negative. If it's positive or negative attention that they're getting, it doesn't matter. It's still energy. Just like the Travis Scott thing, just like the Will Smith thing. Like, who cares? I mean, if Will Smith really is like the good guy in all of this, then okay. Sorry, I feel bad for you. I guess. I don't know, do I? I don't really know. He doesn't have to be in the situation that he's in. He could leave. I don't know. It's not my life. It doesn't affect me. It really truly just doesn't affect me. So I just don't let it affect me. Period. But yeah, I don't know why I never put that together, that the idolizing, I knew somewhat, but I just hadn't really linked. I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm not making sense, but I surely you'll know what I'm saying. Like, he really helped me with that too, stepping away from media and stuff like that. But also, I really do like his thoughts and appreciate his thoughts on, like, music and everything. He's like, so what if Kanye West or whoever, whatever music of whatever artist you like is a piece of shit, whatever, it's music. Like, it's just like what he said about a MacBook or an iPhone or whatever. Like, it's all the same shit, different brands. Like, at the end of the day, they all have the technology to do the same sketchy shit, no matter what brand or what, and it's true. So his point was like, at least he buys it like used or whatever from someone that maybe needs the money that's selling it, and it's something that's already out there anyway. So I thought that was pretty. He just sometimes he will like just totally blow my mind. I could listen to him talk all day long. Anyway, does anyone know anything? I'm about to wrap this up, but I'm just curious last minute, and then I might skim these little comments just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But does anyone know much about like Area 51 or this black mailbox outside of Area 51? It's like in the middle of nowhere, kind of like by itself. And it's like, maybe it's at the end of the Area 51, it's 51 miles to the actual location. And it's somewhere out there, and there's this black mailbox. There's no name on it, no label on it. And apparently people go there to send mail or put mail to go up there. I don't know. Okay. I'm curious what people know about this because I have a friend um who knows things about this like firsthand, but he can't tell me things at the same time. So like he really can't. He cannot tell. Um he can give me hints and clues and things to maybe give me like the information I might need to research it, but he's not going, like he really will not tell me anything like that he's not allowed to. Um, but I find it really interesting. So he says that this mailbox, the only other thing near it is this big, like I don't know if you use the word ranch or what, but there's a house where someone lives, and it's like a cattle ranch. That's what it was. And I was like, that's interesting because that immediately made me think of like cattle mutilation and stuff. Like with it being right there by Area 51. Now, he didn't say anything when I said that. I have no idea. I could be completely off, like nowhere near the right direction. I don't think he would, if he does, because if he didn't know if I was on the right track with that or not, then he wouldn't have really commented. But if he did know, he also would not have commented. So I really just have no idea. But it is interesting. And then there's they have all these pictures of it and stuff, and there's this thing called D4, like that's by the mailbox. I don't know anything about that either. But D4, that makes me think of like D5 and like all that. Like, I don't know. These are the biggest piles of trash on the planet. Whatever you do not buy AirPods, the newest ones, not the pro ones. Those are decent, I think. Do not buy the non-pro ones. They're total junk. I had blisters in my ears for 2 months straight. I don't have blisters anymore, but the things just fall right out. Like they literally just fall right out of your ear. Maybe my ear holes are too small. I don't know, but I do not love them. Yeah, the cattle mutilation thing. Okay, Scott. Hi, Scott. You saw me on High Vibes Up with Jason and love the show. Awesome. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you so much. I really like I've wanted to do this for so long. I closed my business in like October to with the intention of doing something like this. And it's already almost May. And anyway, things happen. I think that like I know that it all happened exactly the way it needed to because I needed time to like really continue research and to just get in a better space and get my shit together. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have thought I needed that so much then, but now I see that I did. Yeah, just how it goes. Anyway, I have really enjoyed this. I am so grateful to all of you. I mean it. Like y'all just gave me so much motivation and such a like drive to really want to do this more because it is like just think about like if y'all were to do it and you like get on and it's like no one's there, it's so lonely and awkward. Like I don't want to do that. So I really appreciate each and every one of you for like tuning in and chiming in and interacting with me. That means so much to me. And yeah, I would like to do this every day, to be honest. Like I really would. So for anyone watching now or anyone that may watch it later, if anyone has any ideas, requests on topics, requests to maybe join in with me, anything like that, please comment, or you can even email me at lashgenies@icloud.com. That's LASHGENIES at icloud.com. Or you can find me on Facebook, Cristyn, spelled the way that it is on the screen, Cassidy, Cassity. And yeah, I am looking forward to doing this more often, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. And I will talk to you all soon.